Hello. This is going to be a random video that goes into swatching. I've got my fan here. Hopefully I will not need to turn it on, but it was crazy muggy yesterday. I didn't get to create very much yesterday because my husband had cataract surgery because we're the eyeball family now. and that went well. And yeah, so I can create today. So I've got some things I need to work on. I won't do that on camera, but I'm just, to let you know what I'm up to. Oh, so I put Claudia's patch on here. So now the exterior of my patching of my TN is complete. I need to find, I was using the Banu Pixie here, but it kept slipping out. And so I put this folder in, the one that you get off AliExpress or whatever. And it kept slipping out of there. So the Banu Pixie doesn't want to travel, is basically what I have decided. And yeah, so I need to, I want at least one more pen. This one's just black. It's just actually a Kaweco black cartridge. And so I wanted a color. Because since I copy everybody, I kind of copied... I've been tracking the books and media that I consume just by the pictures of them in my TN insert, and I'm realizing I don't remember what the things were about. Like, I don't remember what it's about. So I basically went through and printed out and put the date and whether it was an audiobook or a book or a movie or, whatever. And so this bled through. I just need to, write little blurbs about it. Just enough to remind me, and then I'll do it like a star system as well. I need to use different ink. This is really gonna bother me. But yeah, so I did that. That was what I did yesterday in the waiting room. So I cut out stickers because that is my joy. And my friend has this. She loaned me a bunch of her tubes of watercolor to top up some of mine. And this one, hard as a rock. So I'm going to cut this open and just kind of add some water to it and then put those in pans so that she can actually use this thing. I'm just going to pan it up for her and one for me. But yeah, it's absolutely, I don't know how it got hard as a rock because I can't see any cracks on here and the lid was on really well, but somehow it dried out. And it's like it's green apatite genuine. It's a really nice color. So that's what these things are for. This is to soak that in water. And then this, in the last 2 weeks, went to work without my eyebrows on. My eyebrows are just disappearing. It is depressing. So I wanted to make a little travel one. This one's all broken up and that one's all broken up. And I was going to buy one of those little travel, kind of a lot like the Art Toolkit things, but they have them for makeup. And I was going to buy one, but I'm like, why don't I just use one of these guys instead? And so apparently after 100 videos, what you do is you break it up. Oh, and I need like a lighter color than this. This is why I haven't used this one. But I thought none of these colors of this one worked. But I thought if I mixed this one and maybe that one, it would make a color that works for me. And then once I have that color, what you do is you put 70% alcohol, which I've got that coming today. I only have 99% alcohol. 70% isopropyl alcohol, and you then tamp it down. But I don't have anything to tamp it down in this little thing. But then I remembered that I have... I don't know why I bought these. They're little resin tubes. Like what I can't even find where or when I bought these to find out what the heck they were. But yeah, you could just make a little resin tube. So I'm just going to UV resin a tube to use it kind of to tamp it down. Yeah, I have no way. But I got some new molds because I needed more cats. So I've got 3 more cat molds because I've got people wanting cats and I don't want to just do it one at a time. But I also got some mountains. I'll put the mountains on the screen because I thought that could be interesting pen rests if you do the smaller mountains. And I got these chopstick guys, and I'll put a picture of those up. And I got this like kind of bowl thing with a lid, and I'll put a picture of that up because I thought that would be a good overpour mold. And a little mushroom guy because I thought that could also be a good overpour thing if I don't want to keep making trays and feathers, because those are the only 2 overpours that I have, and the molds are so inexpensive that I just kind of thought, yeah, I'll do that. This guy is to clean out the things with alcohol. So whatever receptacle I end up using, I will clean out with alcohol before I put the powder back in. So I'm doing that at some point today once my 70% alcohol arrives. I actually don't need to wait for that to arrive to do it. I can just get started on figuring out the color and leaving it in powder form until the alcohol arrives and I can tamp it down. Oh, pause. Another project is I have these lipstick molds because I tend to, when my lipstick gets too low to use, I'm not touching it with my fingers. That freaks me out. So I will just take various colors, the remains of various colors, and make a new lipstick out of it. And I'm just going to dig all these Coca-Cola dregs out and make me a new lip smacker because this is my lip smacker flavor. But yeah. See if I could put it back in. And yeah, like these ones. So I wear a lipstick that's kind of one of those ones that stays on all day. And this is the stuff that gets it off the best. But then I wear this overnight. So those are some projects I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to show on camera. I need to swatch because I have 2 pens. Where are they? Pause. Okay. JG3 Reviews just offhand mentioned that Pen BBS converters work in quite a few Parker pens. And I have had these forever, but I hated the squeeze, guys. One of them was like hard as a rock and I just didn't want to deal with it. And you know, you have to be very careful about what ink you put in when you're using the squeeze converters. But the Pen BBS converters they have this like pack of like O-rings and feeds and things like that they sell. But there's 2 converters in that pack. It's like 10 pounds, I think, on AliExpress or Etsy. And they fit perfectly. So I'm going to try these pens that I've never tried. I think one is kind of a stub. Can you see? I don't even know. One I think was gifted to me. The other one I think is a fine. I don't know how you'd find out. What does it say? Oh, it says something right here. One second. Let me see if I can get my magnifier out from under. What does that say right there? I think there's a crack in this. Oh, it's just a scratch. I don't know that that's saying anything. I think it's a scratch. But yeah, I don't know where to find out what size of nib this is. That says X. I think the other one probably just says X as well. Yeah. No, this says medium. So that's not a medium. Somebody stubbed that. We'll try it anyways. I need to pick the 2 inks for this because I already have all my other pens inked up. And so I'm going to pick these out of the swatches I've done recently. Yeah. So I need to swatch. I think I'm going to swatch the rest of the Birminghams by Paul. And then I'll do that video. And then I'll do another video swatching the inks by... This is the ones I have remaining from Lisa. And then I should be caught up on swatching. So I've got 4. This Drop of Snow, I looked up the Kuretake site and it says don't put it in fountain pen. So this would be just for a dip pen thing. So maybe I'll test that soon as well. But maybe not today. So that is my plan. I'm going to get ready to swatch these 4 inks and I'll see if there's like one from the Lisa pile I can do as well. All right. Right, I made Shauna colored eyebrows, dug that out. Now I need to go get some hot distilled water. Warm. All right, I decided to use my brain and put this stuff on a, this one doesn't need to be on here as much. Here is this is distilled cold water that I'm putting into distilled hot water, which will then, yes, make distilled warm water. Now you can kind of put as much water as you want on this, because, you know, the water, as it does when you're watercoloring, will evaporate. I'm just going to kind of make watercolor soup. Is what I'm going to do. And let that soak, and then so I'm using this side for the watercolor and this side for the eyeshadow. But yeah, this will just start to, as you can see, it's kind of dissolving in there. And then once I have a liquid, I'm going to put it in something with a spout so I can pour it off into half pans. And yeah. These are the kinds of things I get up to on my weekends. This one, I'm wondering if I could break it. It's just like a big, kind of gooey rock. I don't know what that means. There's no such thing as a gooey rock, but you know what I'm saying. Trying to put it in the soup. And yeah, that is what I'm doing with that. I should probably get a, where's my watercolor one? The red one's the watercolor. All right. Oh, I also found this one, this screwed up one. And I might try and play with that a little bit. See what happens. Those are my plans for today. I need to find somewhere safe to put this. Okay. Okay, it's too muggy. My fan is on. That's just the way it's probably going to be forever. Let's see. Swatching with friends. Can you see that? Should I zoom in a bit? There. That's what we're going to do. So, I already made my cards. I already stuck the stickers on. So, we'll do TWSBI last, because that's from Lisa. So, we'll do Birmingham Penco Sea Holly. Where did Sea Holly go? I honestly don't remember what any of these looked like. But yeah, Paul was offering some Birmingham, and I'm like, yeah, all of them. I hope I didn't just scream into the phone. All right, water needs to go over here. Pipette. Did I clean out my pipettes? Ugh. I did. I cleaned them. Okay. Sea holly. We need to put it in something. We will do the Christmas skull from Cyan. And let's see, we do the back. Oh, that's pretty. I'm getting into blues, guys. Like I went off greens somehow, and then I got into blues. All right, you go in there. Spoon, yes. This is really pretty. So I have this new theory that is probably absolute BS, that the reason why I haven't started writing in my 5-year, which is not a problem because I daily journal and I usually just, write what I wrote in there, so I can keep a log, is that I haven't been enthused about the ink choice that I made. So I cleaned the pen and now I'm thinking about it again. Oh, I shouldn't have closed this. I need to write. Birmingham. I was going to be lazy, but then I thought you get a better red example if I'm not lazy. Sea holly. What the heck even is a sea holly? Imagine. It grows like a weed, takes over your yard and hurts you to touch it. Is that this? That's what a holly is to me. We had a huge holly bush at the house that my husband owned when we got married. And between that, it was right next to freaking bamboo. Bamboo like freaked me out because the bamboo would grow to 9 feet tall in a week. I'm not kidding. A week. It was freaky. Something that could grow that fast. I don't know. And it would just kind of all of a sudden decide, I'm going to pop up through your pavers way over there, far away from where all the other ones are. And you could not stop it. So I'm going to recommend that if you ever think you're going to plant bamboo, leave it in the planter that it comes in and stick that in the ground. We didn't plant the bamboo. It was there when he bought the house, but yeah. And then right next to that was holly, which would also go absolutely barking mad and take over. And our neighbor hated us because the bamboo started taking over his yard. It was like, we didn't do it. But he didn't want us to chop it down because then we could see into his pool. This is bright. This is so bright. Okay. So bright and wants to stick to the thing. So maybe it'll sheen. Let us see. So this is Birmingham. Am I recording? Yes. Ultramarine. I don't know. This is giving me more phthalo blue vibes, but we shall see. Maybe I'll compare it to my watercolor swatches. See if I remember that. All right. So we did. Let me look at the ones that I've done over here. Seriously, I'll do these after. While we're waiting for this to dry, I'll do these. Okay, we'll do Bellflower. Birmingham Pinko's Bellflower. This looks blurple. It looks just black on here. I don't know. Why am I see on here? It looks blurple. All right, let's see. Stick that in here. Get a pipette. I think I just like saying pipette because I'm 5. Ooh! I did a great job with the pipette. This is how pipettes usually go for me. All right, let's see if we can duff. That is going to take a year and a half to dry. Did I put a thing underneath? No. Look what I've done. Okay, whatever. Super never said I was perfect. Super. Bellflower. This would be one of those good inks if you want to pretend that you're writing with black, but you're not. All right. Put the lid on that. It's a pretty color. And then we've got sterling silver. I've been wanting to try this one. Ooh, that's like spooky looking. I think I'm gonna like this one. I have swatched so many good inks lately that I know I'm gonna have such a hard time choosing. Did I put this on right? Seriously, okay. Such a hard time choosing what to put in those 2 pens, but I can put purple in there now because it doesn't have a sack. Yeah, that just may have made Parker's usable to me. I don't think he understands how life-changing what he said in passing was. Oh, so it's like a weird color. It's like gray with like a dark red too. I don't even know what this is. This is wild, and I think I like it. So they'll probably not make it anymore because I like it. Sterling silver. And it gave me these huge samples of things too, so this will last me quite a while. I mean, I've got enough ink to last me 3 or 4 lifetimes, but you know what I mean. Sheening. This might go really good with Michaela. That might go really good with Michaela's new pen. She got a Black Robin's pen. It's very kind of pop art colors. It's really cool. I will thing it in the description. All right, what am I doing next? I'm holding on to the sample still for no good reason. This will hopefully not end in tears. Do I have room for another swatch? I might. Maybe I'll grab another one. I even have another pipette. So hey, spoon. Yes, it's been working for me to touch the spoon before I put it to paper. That way I know which way's up. That's a very intense purple. A lot of people really like this purple. It is a fave. TWSBI Royal Purple. Isn't that wild that like there was a color that only royalty could wear for a while? It's so bizarre. All right, what else have I got? What's this one? Did I swatch this one? Yes, I did. All right, we've got Noodler Southwest Sunset from Lisa as well. And it already has a thing on the lid. Yay! Wow, there's a ton of this. Now, I am in general not a super fan of Noodlers because it doesn't dry on Tomoe River paper. But it does do well on Midori. Alright, let's see. Little tiny pipette. This is a color that people are really, really into. I think it also does well on Cosmo Air Light, which means it'll probably do all right on Aerofol. And I think isn't there like one called B6 or something? B something? Maybe Rhodia, Clairefontaine. Ones that I'm not currently using, but... Alright, so this is bright. Noodlers. Southwest Sunset. Oh, I put this on here and it's not going to dry ever. Alright. I'm going to plug in my, I got my dryer back from my friend. So I'm going to plug that in and... Interesting. So this ink has that kind of greeny undertone when you rinse it that Birmingham does. I still need somebody to tell me I'm absolutely incorrect about the fact that they are using antifreeze. All right, pause. Okay, I know that I usually show you other inks that they match to, but I'm going to say that most of these I don't have a match to. I probably have something else like this, but you should see my ink swatch cards. They're in all these different stacks, and like looking through them is going to be a huge nightmare. So I'm not going to do it today. I'm a terrible person. This one reminds me of Pilot Rashizuku, or no, Tatsuya Murasaki. So that TWSBI Royal Purple, it's kind of similar. I don't know that I have anything like this. I think I'm going to split my sample because it's huge, with Michaela. And if she lets me, I'll put a picture of her pen up. I don't have anything this color. I know it. It's interesting. It's kind of a blurple, but it's really pretty. The writing just looks kind of black, so I'm curious to try it and see whether any of this cool color shows up. This is absolutely barking mad. It looks like you're written with silver. How? Yeah, all the kind of red that was there when I swatched it out is gone. Where is it? It's a really cool color. I want to put that in a pin. I want to put everything in a pin right now. Ultramarine, so I've got Daniel Smith Ultramarine watercolor, and I know that you can't really see blues, but this is greener than Ultramarine, and it was making me think of, let me see if I can find the phthalo. Phthalo. More kind of phthalo blue green shade. That's watercolors. Anyways, yeah, sorry I'm not doing the sample things. I ain't got no time today. This is still drying. I used my heat gun on it, and it's still drying. It's just no good on Tomoe River, but you know, it can be used on something else. And I'm really mad at myself that I didn't put the thing under. I think that's it for this video. My soup is still being made. I just need to, I think I can cut some of these off now and start just jamming them in a pan. So I might do that. But yeah, that's this video. Bye.